Sometimes the life you envy is a life you would not actually want to live. You see the car, the house, the holidays, and without even noticing it, your mind starts asking, why not me? Why am I not there yet? But here is the uncomfortable truth. You are not seeing their life. You are seeing the edited version of it. You see the lifestyle, but you don't see the payments behind it, the pressure underneath it, or the anxiety of maintaining an image that has become too expensive to drop. And sometimes the life you are envying is not wealth, it is performance, and performance is expensive. Envy feels emotional, but financially, envy is dangerous because envy does not just make you feel behind, it makes you want to catch up. And that is where you can start making decisions you can't afford. The upgraded car, the nicer apartment, the version of yourself that looks more successful from the outside. Not because it truly improves your life, but because someone else's life suddenly made your own life feel too small. That is how comparison becomes a financial plan. And it is one of the worst financial plans you can have. Because now you are not building from your own values. You are reacting to someone's lifestyle that may not even be peaceful behind the scenes. And the problem is, when you build a life by reacting to other people, you stop asking the only questions that matters. What do I actually want my life to feel like? And what gives me peace when nobody is watching? Today many of us don't spend money to improve our life. We spend money to defend the image. And that is one of the most expensive habits in the world. This is a trap. You compare your full private reality to someone else's public display window. The house may look beautiful, but you don't know if the mortgage feels heavy. The car may look impressive, but you don't know what the monthly payment does to their salary. The marriage may look perfect, but you don't know what happens after the camera turns off. And maybe everything is fine. Maybe they genuinely can afford it. Maybe they are happy. Good for them. But even then, their life is still not your blueprint. Their income is different. Their responsibilities and priorities are different. So when you compare your life to theirs, you are not comparing fairly. You are comparing everything you know about yourself with almost nothing you truly know about them. And that comparison will always make you feel behind, even when you are actually building something solid. One of the biggest financial traps today is confusing visibility with wealth. Because modern success has become very loud, the business class seat, the new built house, the expensive birthday dinner. And yes, sometimes it is real. Some people are genuinely wealthy, but sometimes it is just very expensive theater. Some people are not building wealth, they are maintaining an image. And if you are not careful, you can start admiring the image without seeing what it costs to maintain it. Because the image always needs feeding. Another upgrade, another reason to prove that life is going well. But here is the truth that nobody wants to say. A lifestyle can look rich and still make you poor, because wealth is not what people can see. Wealth is what remains when nobody is clapping. It is savings, it is options. It is not needing payday to rescue you every single month. It is not being trapped inside a life that looks impressive but feels suffocating. That is why some people look successful and feel exhausted, and some people look ordinary but sleep peacefully. The most dangerous thing about envy is not that it makes you unhappy, it is that it can make you abandon a life that was actually right for you. Maybe your life is quieter, maybe your progress is slower. But what if that slower path is protecting you? Protecting your savings, your nervous system, your marriage? Because a lot of people are not actually trying to become wealthy. They are trying to avoid looking poor. And those are two completely different goals. One builds freedom, the other builds pressure. When you copy someone else's lifestyle without understanding the cause, you may not be copying their success, you are also copying their stress. And the worst part is this: you may destroy your own peace trying to look like someone who does not even have peace. That is the real trap. That you might lose yourself trying to prove you are not less. And let's be fair, sometimes people really can afford the premium car, a luxury house. But even then, their success is not your failure, and their lifestyle is not your assignment. You can admire people without copying them. You can celebrate someone else's progress without shrinking your own. That is maturity. And financially, it is protection. Because when you are easily made jealous, you are easily controlled, controlled by trends, by other people's opinions, by the fear of looking behind. But when you cannot be easily made jealous, you become powerful. You don't spend to compete. You don't confuse attention with achievement. You build slowly and you choose carefully. And that kind of person is very difficult to manipulate. Quiet wealth is not about proving that you made it. It is about building a life that does not constantly demand performance from you. A life where your money gives you more options, not more pressure. A life where your success does not depend on whether other people notice it. Because the goal is not to look expensive. The goal is to become free. And freedom often looks boring from the outside. It looks like choosing the cheaper options without feeling ashamed, not upgrading everything just because you can, and saving quietly. It looks like having money left after payday, being able to handle an emergency without your whole life collapsing. It looks like peace, and peace is not always photographed well, but it lives well. One day, while other people are still trying to look like they made it, you may quietly realize that you actually did. So don't envy what others have. You don't know what it costs. You don't know the debt behind it. You don't know the pressure and sacrifice behind it. And even when someone genuinely can afford the lifestyle, you still do not need to turn their life into your blueprint, because you are not here to copy someone else's version of success. You are here to build yours, the one that actually fits you, the one you can afford emotionally, financially, and quietly. Because quiet wealth is not having a life everyone envies. It is having a life you do not need to escape from. And if this is the kind of money content you want more of, calm, honest, practical, and without the fake luxury, subscribe to Quiet Wealth. This is part of a wider series about the hidden traps that keep people earning, spending, borrowing, comparing, but never really becoming free. The videos on the salary trap and the debt trap are already out, so watch those next if you want to understand how people can look successful on the outside while feeling trapped behind the scenes. Because the goal here is not to look wealthy. The goal is to become free,